Hey, Elster, Chipper. Oh, I didn't see you in the other one. Chipper. But that thing was flying. Yo, what's up, everybody? That camera is like reverse and it freaks me out every time. Let me fix that. That's gonna drive me nuts. There. It's still gonna drive me nuts. Doesn't matter. It's better. Anyway, how's everybody doing? What's up? We got Keisha, Chipper, Daniel, David, Mr. Ellis, Mike, Mickey, Southern Nina, Southern Nina, and some number 92311. Thank you. It's my favorite hat. Caleb, Michael, what's up? I wasn't thinking about doing the after show because it's odd. I feel like I've been on here doing the show for like an hour and a half already. How's Leland? Leland is... I didn't talk to him today. I should talk to him today. They postponed his doctor's appointment again. So, he's agitated. Understandably so. Hey, look. What's up, Bob? I mean, Leland. How are you today, boy? I mean, son. I mean, Mr. Leland. Oh, Courtney's too. Well, were y'all like waiting for me to get jump on? How's Bubble doing? Courtney? Well, if somebody sewed you up inside a waterbed, you'd kick like crazy too. I'm just saying. I don't know why women always say, the baby's kicking. Well, yeah. Man, oh man, oh man. Alright. I'm going to handle this real quick because I keep trying to do it and everything keeps getting in the way. So if I do this, it'll be done. Classic West S. I'm going to get up and y'all are going to have to look at that bandana. Okay. Hey, that's not bad. The lag's only like about a second and a half. You are so lucky, Courtney. I didn't know. That's right. Y'all got it on TV. Let me dance for you. That's not happening. Okay. It's been a few weeks back. Just in time prepping did a giveaway. I did a VR. Got my name in the hat, and I won. I wanted to go take all the stuff out of it, but I don't have time. This thing's heavy. It's a 72-hour, basically, emergency kit thing. It's got water and bricks of food. And one of the water things is busted. But it's got food. Like I said, I wanted to like do a video and like take everything out and show everybody, but I don't know. It's just not working for me. It's got some glow sticks, some pretty decent first aid kit, a little trauma kit in it, and this is kind of cool. Other than the fact that it's like super bright orange, it's got an emergency tint. This is actually a pretty cool little kit. It's got a kumpas and a whistle that I'm not going to blow for y'all because, well, I don't get yelled at. And this is cool too. Took me forever to figure out the other day. Hold on. But it's already charged up, so all I got to do is turn it on. Woohoo! But it actually works. It's this is actually kind of a cool little thing to talk about. This is 72 hours worth of water and calories for 2 people. This is 20 pounds for 72 hours. I didn't think it was going to be this heavy. But it's dang sure visible. This is like something you'd want in your car if like a normal bad thing happened, like, you know, you tumble down a hill into a ravine or something and you could get out and you wanted somebody to find you if you were in a helicopter, or if the helicopter was looking for you or something. That's what that's for. That's it. Did I say this was heavy yet? Oh. Oh. But thank you, Will. Sorry it took me so long to do the mail call thing. But I haven't been getting to watch anybody's channel. I'm so far behind, it ain't even funny. War without rule of law. What's up? How things going with you, Brian? While you're asking, ask you back. What's up, Rob? You making all the whatchamacallits, the live streams tonight, huh? Oh, did your well go out? That sucks. Hey, Leland, your Uncle Steve swung by today for a little while. Is it Audi? Was it, do you have PVC or poly pipe or steel downhole, Brian? Oh, is your internet working pretty good then, Rob? I got an idea on what's wrong with your internet. PVC, oh, you lucky dog. Me and Leland pulled, what was that, 270 foot, Leland? 260, something like that, of steel pipe with a come along and an A-frame. And what was it? Vice grips, a come along, one of those tie down straps, and the A-frame, we had it all rigged up. It was not the least bit scary. It was very relaxing and went smooth as glass, all 2 foot at a time. Doctor in the house. Maybe you can get Steven to give you a second opinion there. Yeah, it was fun. It's like, man, we got a hole in the pipe, dude. We got a little pinhole down there somewhere. You can hear it bleeding off. We have to pull. Yeah, it's in one of those ones that we switch from the bottom to the top, because you can hear it. So.
So is it better so you can come help him because you don't want me to help him? That's mean.
I didn't say I didn't want you helping. I didn't want you getting hurt. It's a totally different thing. Get better, Leland, before your mom helps me pull the well. There. Motivation. Oh, I didn't get around to getting you a wrench. Finger Lakes. I don't even know. I don't even remember how to do that. I never thought that my channel would require having to have somebody like moderate or whatever it's called. I mean, I was like, I found out there's actually 4 more, no, 3 more. 3 more Wes S's out there on YouTube. And it's weird. They let me have the channel name and stuff, but there was these other guys out there. One of them got his channel name after mine, but the other ones had theirs before. Only 2 of them are exactly like mine. They're exactly like mine. The way it's done. The other guy has guys have periods or whatever. But one's a rapper, and a couple of them are kids doing kid stuff, and then one of them was trying to sell health food or something. And then there's me, which I do all this cool stuff like sit in front of the computer and talk to y'all and stuff. Yeah, that's what I do. What are we talking about? Yeah, I watched one of each one of their deals to find out what they were about. That was it. I started to subscribe to the one dude, but because I thought he was a Christian rapper and he wasn't, so I didn't subscribe to him. Not that I like rap music in any shape or form, but I try to support the brothers and the sisters of the faith. I really do. It was not milk. That was straight up meat and whole grain. I fully expected to like get unsubbed by like most of the people on my channel, but I'm guessing they haven't seen it. I used to do a lot of the preaching videos and stuff on my Facebook page, but you have no idea how many stalkers you get when you do that. What I was dealing with there was mostly atheists. But um, Facebook started like burying. Every time I post a video, it'd disappear. So I just quit. Yeah, come on, buddy. You beatbox. I'll throw down some rhymes. Hey, Leland, you want an electric guitar? Steven said just sell it or keep it. He just walked away from everything in the store, dude. I wanted to load it straight in the truck and take it to the dumpster. I said, just set it here. I'll go through it. Because I'm trying to talk Steven into moving into your camper. Heads up. I've actually tried to read the Psalms as poetry, but um, I don't know if y'all notice that I pause a lot when I talk, so I don't read through real smooth or whatever. The person that can read aloud and make it enjoyable is the person that won't talk to a microphone. I'm not going to call her out by name or anything, but um, I used to love to listen to her read to Leland and Sean and them and Kirsten. Who's going tonight? Daniel going tonight? Or Daniel, you just got here. Dude, Daniel, just FYI before you leave, I really like your redneck hillbilly prepper dude. He's funny. He's almost as cool as James Bond. See, I think the Wives of Prepper round table would be good, and I think there's another idea floating around out there that I think would be really cool. And it's unfortunate because it's almost as if the English language, well, try not to offend anybody, it is almost as if modern English was not intended for poetry or song. Old English and well, all of the older languages is like they were developed through song rather than whatever. I have heard the Psalms sang in Hebrew. I can't speak Hebrew. I love the sound of it. The words just the psalm just flows from one end to the other. It's amazing to me. I could grab a Bible and start preaching, y'all, if y'all want me to do that. Yes, I did. I thought I got back to you on that, Rob. Uh, I think you girls. I mean, uh, get over the shyness or whatever. I think they'd have a lot to offer.
Tell them how brave the coyotes are getting.
Yeah, we can talk about the coyotes. Dude, Leland, I'm sitting here this morning minding my own business, drinking coffee, being me. And your mom starts yelling at me for nothing. She keeps saying, Wesley, there's a coyote right here. There's a coyote. And so I get up, I run over there and grab the gun. Well, actually, I look out the window as soon as she's talking about it. It was literally in the yard between the propane tank and the window where her chair is. And when she started yelling, it stopped chasing the chicken, I guess. I didn't see that part, but I saw its tail disappearing into the... I had to go back to the door, get the door open, get outside. I couldn't just swing it open and run out there and start shooting. Thought about it. But anyway, it escaped me. Right about the time I got the gun on my shoulder and got the crosshairs where they needed to be, he disappeared into the grass. Now I know why coyotes are gray and yellow and tan. And why you don't run outside wearing readers, because everything past 6 feet in front of your face disappears. So, as he got lucky. How many times did he come back? You said, did he?
Twice.
Twice? So he'd been here, made 3 visits today. Well, I've been sitting on the back of my house, but the wind chill was just hovering right above 0 today. I didn't feel like it, I confess. Yeah, but it's in there. It doesn't matter where you strategically locate the firearm, son. The animal in question is going to present itself at the other end of the building or at the other end of the property. That's why I really need a high standard 9 Longhorn edition. Let me see. This thing, that was a young coyote. He was too small. Matter of fact, he was small enough we thought for a second he was a fox, but it was a coyote. I reckon. I can't say your name. JSNIP. Jabroni. Everybody's welcome as long as everybody's cool. Jason. Well, somebody heard me or saw a video on here about the need for a coyote call, and I don't know. Well, I'll give it a day or two, see if it shows up. The thing is finding because the times the coyote shows up is when our chores are getting done. He was actually late. Well, I don't know. That's the same time that last one popped up through there, huh? About the same time of day, anyway. This one looked kind of scruffy, though. I think that one, I think if we can get that one now, we'll take a litter of pups with her. So that's something we need to think about. I don't set traps with coyotes. I have a live trap back there that I set up, but my dogs are free range dogs, and I don't need a vet bill. And some of the neighbors have dogs at free range. They don't come in my yard, so I don't have a problem with them. Um, but traps are non-discriminatory. They will kill anybody, or well, cripple anything. I've had my fingers in the steel jaw traps, and I'm not doing that to Sadie. I'm not doing it to Hyde. I'm not doing it to the neighbor's little dachshund. Now I've thought about baiting, if I could bait, but the same thing applies. Then instead of just breaking a leg bone or destroying the cartilage in a knee joint or a foot or whatever, then whatever eats it dies. My first ever Catahoula, that's how she got killed. She come walking up in the yard, had a piece of beef hanging out of her mouth, and before I could get outside and get it away from her, she had swallowed it. And yeah, I don't ever want to watch an animal go like that again. They don't just eat it and lay down and go to sleep. Yeah, that stuff, Steve. Dog's name was Brown Sugar. She was a fawn-colored Catahoula with gold eyes. And the guy was trying to get rid of the coyotes that were getting in on his rabbits, and he got my dog instead. If you've ever watched an animal go from distemper, it's accelerated some, but the same basic principle. Be right back. Oh, I contacted the vet. I mean, as soon as she ate it, I called him and said, "Hey, my dog just ate." I said, "My dog just ate some baited or some poisoned meat." I know it was because, well, I'm not an angel. And he told me to watch her. What's she doing? I said, "Well, I can tell you. I mean, it kicked in 20 minutes." And I told the vet what she was doing, and he said, "Well, the only thing I can do is tell you that if you can get her in the vehicle, bring her up here, and I can finish her." That was it. I mean, he could put her to sleep, and that was it. There's no antidote. Yeah. I don't mind poisoning rats. That's about it. It wasn't antifreeze. It was, he told me what it was, but It doesn't taste anything. It doesn't affect the taste of the meat. But uh, anyway. I'm missing something on there. I don't know. I'm just gonna let it go. What are y'all talking about? Well, vodka and tequila will cure a lot of ills, and so will bourbon. Plain and simple. Um, Sergeant Smith sneak in here? I am looking for everybody. I'm trying to figure out. There he is. Oh, hi and good night. He didn't stick around long. Must be past his bedtime. What were we talking about anyway before we got sidetracked with poisoning stuff? Oh. You might want chicken feather? Yeah, chicken feather. There's no telling what you're going to wind up with on your desk when you have grandkids. The end. Look at all these people up in here. Hey, backwoods, I'm thinking purple bears following you. I love those. Those like post-apocalyptic. Oh, what was that one? I was gonna watch the. I said this is gonna be horrible, and we watched it and it wasn't bad. What was that one?
Why are you asking me names and stuff?
I'll find out and I'll tell you. Oh, okay. I figured that it was like a joke. I but she watched it with me. Just saying. Step one, you'll get a kick out of this. The first movie, and for the longest time, the only movie that my wife ever sat down with me and watched was the movie Sniper. And she's watched it with me more than once. My wife doesn't double watch movies. So, no fear at all. It 10,000 BC was not a bad movie. It was not historically correct in any way, shape, or form. It was excellent entertainment. It completely obliterated any chance of me ever having anything that vaguely looks like one of those birds. Well, I mean, ostriches, emus, anything like that. But there's one out there that you can't get it on YouTube or Amazon. Well, you can buy it off of Amazon, but it's either 2 or 3 kids that wind up in the apocalypse, and they've got to make it across the state or across the country or something like that. It's two teenagers trying to survive the apocalypse, but it's a faith-based film. I cannot remember the name of it. I was going to buy it, and it completely disappeared. All the ads for it and everything disappeared off YouTube. I can't find it anywhere. Praxis Prepper. Sometimes, backwoods, when you're watching a movie, you just have to let it go. Like, there's no way that Flash Gordon was going to do no barrel roll on a air jet ski thing, whatever those things were. But you let it go, you watch the movie, and you let the soundtrack blow your mind. That's just what you do. And then there's Hooters. Now, after the movie's over with, then you rip it apart. But while you're watching it, you just enjoy it. Zombieland was a great movie. And see, they were there was a Zombieland 2. There was one in the works, but I don't know whatever happened to it. Stakeland was kind of lame, but it's not the lamest. The new Mad Max movie or whatever, seldom have I been that disappointed in a movie. Yeah, that's a good way to put that. Is G.I. Joe Retaliation the one where they kill off G.I. Joe? And replace him with The Rock? Because that is wrong. I haven't been able to bring myself to watch a Rock movie since. It just hurt. Tell her that movie could cause her to go blind. G.I. Joe is immortal. I know. I read the comic books and I watched the comic cartoon series. I know. Can't kill him. Impossible. Doesn't happen. That would be like killing Superman. The action figures are not the cartoon. Okay. Actually, in one of the deals, he got disappeared and captured by the whatever Cobra and blah blah blah. But they got him back. Yes, G.I. Joe is sacred to me. And Tonka. Don't make fun of Tonka trucks. And to answer the question, if a prepper won, or if this prepper wins the lottery, this prepper is going to his nearest Ford house. He is going to walk in there and he is going to say, I need a new Ford Tonka. Yellow is fine. I like the color yellow. But I want ghost camo, which means I want you to make it look from an angle like it's camo, but then when you get it beside it, you can see nothing but yellow. And I want it now. And then I write them a check. And then I pick up my truck. And then we go mudding. Just saying. Is Elle sneaking? Oh, good night, Lakeisha. So I'm not sure it would be safe to let Staff Sergeant have like little army figures. Not if it was warm outside and his bow was handy. Fairly sure he would shoot them all. Ooh, that's what he needs. He needs some Cobra action figures so he can like archery them to death. He could write Minutemen on all the arrows and go to town on them. Army men work great. I dig those things up out of the yard right here all the time, and they're like ancient, and so they've been around a while too. You know, it never occurred to me to shoot my little green army man. I must have been a pacifist or something. Yeah. When I was at Rob's running it, trying to burn his chainsaw up a week or so ago, there was a. Alright, good night, Nina. Anyway, there was two big old Tonka dump trucks over there right next to that tree. I started to pick them up, dust them off, and go put them in storage. Did we lose Staff Sergeant? Got him on a mission to find all the, what do you call it, apocalypse films, huh? I have this one lady, I was working on her AC, and this thing jumped up on the back of the couch right by the thermostat, and it went meow, and it was naked. It had these big blue eyes, and these giant ears, and skin. And I was like, I scratched its head. I'm like, nice kitty. I wanted to wash my hands so bad. That thing freaked me out. It was like straight out of the movie Mummy or something. And then this other lady, she had I used to, yes. Uh, Pretty much backwoods. Pretty much. You know, I sitting there thinking about it. I never had any G.I. Joe action figures. That may be why I'm so ill-developed. Maybe I should go buy me some dolls to play with. A mini situation with the mom-in-law. I'm sorry, I gotta do this. So, did your husband call crying or what? I made the mistake of assessing my mother-in-law once. I have not done that since. Um, on the Duracoating and stuff like that, man, you'd have to get with Staff Sergeant or, I don't know, my son Leland might have an idea on it. I am hillbilly rock solid old school stainless steel or blue steel. Now I gave serious consideration to spray painting a couple of my guns in high heat black, and that's it. I don't know anything about like Duracoat and stuff like that. It doesn't have to be camo duct tape, son. It can be regular duct tape. I just use camo when I have it. Or purple. I use purple sometimes. Oh yeah, I need to go see that. I'm in one to watch, make sure you do it, and then I'm gonna give it a try. I spray painted the stock camo. It's completely different than the barrel. Leland, do you know anything about Duracoat? Or is Staff Sergeant still in here, or do you have to jet? Is that Duracoat? Is that what's on this thing, Leland? No, this is just blue. Not this one, it's the other one. No, there's something on the barrel. I don't know what it is. Alright, jabroni. Have a good night, man. And see if it's not something that's going to be susceptible to, scratching and rubbing off or whatever, I guess. Like I say, I don't know anything about it. I don't know if it's something that you gotta keep in a bag to keep it from getting chipped off or whatever. Then I don't really see any good in it. You'd be better off, uh, wire brushing your barrel and putting vegetable oil on it, and then throw it in the oven on 125, 150 degrees for an hour or so, and baking the oil into the pores. Don't do that on a canoe gun. It's just a way you keep metal from rusting. I baked this knife blade 20 years ago, and after I use it and wash it, I wipe it down with the oil, but it doesn't rust. But if you put your gun barrel in the oven for too hot for too long, then you could have real problems when you pull the trigger. So don't do that. Okay, that's right. Backwoods knows stuff that the ceramics, the baked on stuff, right? Well, see, and that's something that's worried me. Backwoods is on the regular carbon steel blued guns or whatever. The dew, the rain, the sweat, the fingerprints. I mean, you're not going to be able to carry an endless supply of gun oil. That's everybody else is going with super cool, blacked out everything. I'd really like to have a Mini 14 in stainless. I'd be my ooh, perfect. Yeah, there's step one. Okay, step one, the guy's question was, what was it if he wanted this Duracoat? Was it Duracoat or Surecoat? Get out of Dodge shotgun. What are your thoughts on that, Mr. Staff Sergeant? Sir. I mean, dude. You get a bigger oven, dude, or a smaller shotgun. Sorry, that was a Wes S moment. My bad. Yes. I'm all waiting for the comments to roll up so I'll know what everybody's saying. Well, that works too. And there's no shame in admitting that you cut the barrel off your shotgun. Oh, Rob, you still in here? Rob's granddaddy cut the end off of a perfectly good goose gun just so he could go dove hunting. Now my question is, okay, Rob, did you hear the question about the shotgun? Is Cerakote the one you have to? Okay, I was close. Quail, not dove, and the shotgun's like super duper. Mr. Ellis is talking about cutting off his shotgun so it'll fit in the deal. Your name was in here. I was just trying to throw you back in the mix. But do you have to bake on the Cerakote, but not the Duracoat, or do you have to bake both of them? And I'm just going to throw this out there. Like I said it already, but I'm going to bet there's pros to Dura and pros to Cera and cons to Dura and cons to Cera. I'm just saying. So if you leave it, the rifle stock on there, the overhaul has to be over 36 inches? That's lame. But does that Cerakote, Staff Sergeant, does that Cerakote in the Duracoat stuff, does that like put off a fume? I have I have 5 shotguns, 3 12 gauges, a 20 gauge, and a 410. The 3 12 gauges are all single shot breakovers. It hurts my arm to jack around in the chamber, so I just like pop it open and throw another bullet in there, close it, and pull the trigger. David, I was asking Rob about his granddad's shotgun, and step 1 about the cooking, and Stephen, hold on. Stephen Hunter is talking about the ovens, I think. There, I clear all it up. Yes, the dirt, any of the baked on stuff's going to last longer or whatever. But in theory, you know, unless you're literally out in the woods forever, which your gun's not going to, you know, modern firearms are not going to, I don't know how to say this without making everybody mad at me. Modern firearms are not going to last forever in uh, run to the hill situation. When you run to the hills, you sign the eventual death warrant of all your firearms. Unless you're somewhere in you can like get catch beaver and use beaver glands to squeeze grease in your gun and keep it from rusting to nothing. And then you got sand and dust and everything getting in there. Therein, the reason I have single shot breakover shotguns. As long as the shell or the brass goes in the gun and I'm able to put an accelerant and a projectile in it, the hammer and the trigger works, I'm good to go. And see, the thing I said about the oven, the like in your house oven, I was talking about my hillbilly way of putting a rust proof coating on my junky old shotgun that I keep behind the seat. I take it apart, I clean it real good, I slather it down with vegetable oil, literal, like the same stuff you cook with. I make sure there's none inside the barrel or inside the chamber part. And I put it in the oven and I warm it up. And, well, it puts a light, a thin coat of grease on the outside of my shotgun. I put it back together, I put it behind the seat of the truck. I don't have to worry about it turning into a giant pile of rust for, you know, the 3 months that I leave it alone. Did not mean to suggest putting Cerakote or anything else in your easy bake oven. That's not why I did not mean to go there with that. So, Staff Sergeant, the Duracoat's pretty badass, or what? I mean, pretty good? Alright, son, I love you. Hey, give me a call in the morning. Alright? Is that how much that a can of that Duracoat cost? Ish. Tell Courtney good night, or she's still in here. She already go to bed. Tell Bubble Wrap and Bubble good night for me. That's not bad if it's going to hold up that well. And why would you? Hey, then you wouldn't have to worry about your clothesline getting rusty. So if I wanted to do it in bright purple, it would cost more. That sucks. Y'all pretty much just been, this is like the worst ever play. This is going to be like the worst playback ever in the history of my after show, because I've literally just been sitting here reading the thing and asking questions because somebody asked something that I wanted to know about. Good night, FLP. What the, oh wow. This is ice cold. I don't, yeah, I wouldn't think you need to Duracoat the moving parts. That's for, like, I would think you'd want to put something so you didn't get it in the way of the, where the bolt goes and all that stuff. All but the bolt. Is it like a super thin coating, or what? Is it like basically paint? Maybe just like more resilient or something? I'm gonna have to like go. Y'all realize that now I'm gonna be all Googling Duracoat and Cerakote to find out what it is, right? So it's a one-shot deal. Whatever you're gonna do, you know, if like you want to do more than one thing, you got to do it all. Because if it's something I could, you know, preserve that 22 in there, that single shot with, that fast. Okay, VHT, Rob, explain the letters. I'm not really good on,
BHT is a petroleum-based product that they put in lots of food.
not BHT, V.
Oh.
I know what BHT is. That's jet fuel they put in your food. It's fuel stabilizer, but it's also in your Cheerios. Are you talking about a very high temperature? Very high temperature. Never mind, Rob. I got this. And that's what I was talking about. That's what I was actually have considered putting on a couple of my older guns that I have abused. But see, even the very high temp paint, you have to really you need to bake it on after you do it. Um, Staff Sergeant, on your bug out trailer, dang, cost effective alternative. I will go out there and take some pictures or whatever and put them on, if I can figure out how to put them on Twitter or Instagram or whatever. Um, the old boat trailers, I mean, I'm talking the old ones, where it was basically a trailer and then you drug your old V-bottom boat or whatever up on there. Those things are bolted together. You can unbolt them and rebolt them and everything. Thank you. That's what I'm building ish at mine out of. Um, Mine's what's the right word for it? Like a nondescript. It's not gonna look like a bug out trailer when I'm done, if I ever get back to working on it. But I got that trailer for $50. I had to buy a new set of wheels and tires, but I mean it was $50, and it took me about half a day to take all the junk off of it, even with the rusted bolts and everything. And that's one of those things you just gotta drive around and. All right, Stuart, be careful out there. Don't let the bed bugs bite or whatever. None of that stuff. You have to come take all the stuff I put on it off first. No delivery, Steve. Matter of fact, you gotta drag the boat back up on top of it. I don't know. I think that Everroot works. I use WD-40 to clean and rim oil to lube. That's it. I need to get some of that fancy stuff you put on the sliding parts for my sidearm over there, I guess. Exactly right. And I have a new bug out back. Safety warning. What's up? Hi, Desert. You're up late. Oh wait, no, it's only like 9 where you're at. Ish. Everybody tell hi, Desert Pioneer. Hello, he's a fellow desert dweller, but from a different state. Seriously, if y'all get a chance, y'all might point him out, his channel out to Nina and Elle Stewart and the ladies that have already left or whatever. I hate to confess this, but I was actually following the piggy cam, and I think I'm going to start doing the goat cam, just because. Don't tell him Pioneer, because he's a mathematician. He'll figure it out. I'm just joking, Joe. Joe's cool. Except for he can do math and I can't. It, no cheating, no Googling. What is the main ingredient in WD-40? I'm going to count to 20 and no responses after that. I'm going to watch the timer. I'm not going to actually count out loud because that would be retarded. But main ingredient in WD-40. Like, nobody's going to get this. Oh, David! Dog biscuit. You made it 4 seconds under the wire. No, it's actually, that's where the oil got, and it's, fish oil's actually really fine oil. It's actually quite flammable too. And we could always Snoops it or whatever, but if Snoop says it's a myth, then you can guarantee it's fish oil. Purple T-Berry, you ain't got to leave just because that other guy's leaving. You can hang out with us. With us strong Texas type peoples. Anyway, it was good to have you in the chat-a-majigger with when we were in there a while ago. Kept him on his toes. Yeah, he could ride a phone for purple. He might as well. He's trying to move in on everybody else's pasture, isn't he? Let's start building fences around here. Gotta watch them New Yorkers, man. It's just the way it is. Oh. I mean, didn't stand a chance, really. I mean, he's got a pretty shotgun. He's got a Long Island accent. And he's got a big old Ford truck. He's every Texas woman's dream. Just the way it is. I like Matt too. He's really a good guy. And I am enjoying his channel. I'm enjoying watching him come out of his shell. I mean, you gotta give that guy. I'm just dumb. That's the reason I show my face. I mean, this guy, you know, he's brave enough. He put himself out there. He's got enough love in his heart for his subscribers and the people that follow him and talk to him and everything, that, I mean, he put all of them out there. I mean, that's a stand-up guy. Yeah, you got to watch that. I've always wondered if there was like Mexican food in New York and if it was any good. Now, that's like a stupid thing to wonder, but. And can you take the word of a New Yorker that the Mexican food in New York is good? Because, well, they're New Yorkers and they don't know what real Mexican food is. Heck, it's hard to find real Mexican food in Texas anymore. If they would sell it by the jar, you know, I may ask him if they would. Because, I mean, he's in it for the money. But I may go buy a half a gallon of that hot sauce from La Roca. It's a little local restaurant. Little mom and pop Mexican food place is the most delicious Mexican food in this town. But that pecani sauce, you could use it to get that Duracoat back off your gun. It's hot. I love it. I can't stop eating it. I mean, I can't eat my food by the time it gets there because my tongue is blistered. But I can't stop eating it. Seriously, Rob, be careful with that hot sauce if you do, dude. It is hot. It's so good. And do not put the seasoned salt on, you know, like you get the pecani and then you put the seasoned salt on there. Do not. Because the seasoned salt is just as hot as the pecani sauce. And then you're done. You have to go to the doctor and get, like, burn trauma treatment done to your mouth. Beans are a filler. Second day chili has beans in it. Yeah, good night, Rob. You know what, guys? It's I've been on here an hour and a half almost. I'm gonna bounce out too. The brains of the operation's already in there in bed. And to all you people that came back and watched this after the show or whatever, that didn't get to see it live, sorry it was not more entertaining. So, as Sergeant Smith, yeah, was this unsupervised and tired. I'm running on cigarettes and coffee right now, and I've got to quit that. I'm gonna try something different in my life. I'm gonna sleep when I'm tired and drink coffee when I'm thirsty. Instead of drinking coffee all the time and then drinking more coffee when I'm tired so I can stay awake longer and then not getting enough sleep. I'm gonna try that getting sleep thing. But anyway, back to what I was saying. To all those that watched it and watched me read comments and talking stuff back and forth, I'll do better next time. I say that every time. This is me. This is Wes says. This is who I am. This is how I roll. Love all you people. Y'all have a good night. Everybody that stuck with me through the whole thing, appreciate y'all. Y'all be blessed. Stay alive. Don't die. May the blessings of God find you and your house. May health and happiness dwell in your home. Stay alive. Don't die.